Alright you guys, this is EVAL and I've shown you what's in my camera bag. So right now I want to show you guys my Mac Studio setup for video editing. I got this arranged at the very end of last year, so this is going to be when I'm rocking all of 2024. So just a little bit of backstory about me. I always used to build PCs. I ended up getting a gaming laptop around 2019 because I started riding the Ace train to work at the time. And what I was doing is I would actually edit videos on the way to work and on the way back from work. Otherwise, I would have never gotten a gaming laptop. I'm not a big laptop guy. I do prefer desktops. But that Acer Predator Helios that I was working on, it worked really well for what it was. I had it up until last year. I was rocking that as my main device, but I did start to have issues trying to edit 4K, especially in After Effects. So I wasn't yet in the market for a computer, but what I did do was I actually ended up buying a MacBook Air M1 out of curiosity because everybody and their mothers was hyping up the M1 chip. So I got the MacBook Air M1 and I was so impressed by it that it actually inspired me to get this Mac Studio right here. This is the Mac Studio with the M2 Max, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and I only got the 500 gigabyte version because Apple charges way too much for internal storage. So you can't see it here, but I actually have an external SSD Velcro strapped to the back of this desk, and that brings me another 2 terabytes. I only paid like $100 for that. Apple would have charged like $1,000 for another 2 terabytes. So I don't with Apple prices for storage. It's ridiculous. So just get an external hard drive if you're gonna buy any type of Apple MacBook or Mac Studio. I do not recommend you upgrade their internal storage and pay Apple those prices. It's ridiculous. But I got the Alienware curved monitor. This is 34 inches. It's pretty crazy. It's actually an OLED curved monitor and it's very color accurate, which is one of the main things I was looking for when I was looking for a new setup. So for those of you guys that edit videos, you may not realize if you've never actually taken the time to find a color accurate monitor, but color accurate monitors are going to be a huge make or break situation for how your video color grading ends up turning out. So I got this Alienware monitor, not just because it's really big, not just because it has a high refresh rate, but most of all because of the color accuracy and because it's an OLED, so the blacks are going to be very accurate, they're going to be very deep, and it looks hella good. It's not 4K, it's 1440p, but in my opinion, it doesn't make a difference. This monitor is amazing. I highly recommend it. Right here, I got my Technica M50s. If you've been to any studio anywhere, you know that these are probably some of the most popular headphones. They're actually quite affordable for how good they are. So they're extremely accurate to the sound, and I edit music videos, so I do appreciate good sound quality. So they're gonna be here because I have not yet purchased any speakers for this setup. So the Mac Studio has its own little speaker. It's not very good, so I'll just use the headphones right now. Now, this Magic keyboard, I gotta be honest with you guys, I hate it. I think it feels really good. I wanted to buy it because I really love how MacBook keyboards feel, and I thought this was gonna be just like a MacBook keyboard, and it almost was. So you probably can't tell right now, but there is no backlight on this keyboard. This is the Magic keyboard from Apple, $200 something, and there's no backlight. That's ridiculous. So if I would go back and purchase this setup again, I would go on Amazon and find a similar Mac keyboard that actually has a backlight, because I work at night a lot and the light from the monitor is not quite enough for what I'm trying to do. I do want to see those keyboard shortcuts and everything when I'm working in Premiere. So I do not recommend the Apple Magic keyboard. You can learn from my mistake. On the other hand, I already knew that the Apple Magic mouse was a piece of shit, so I went ahead and did not buy that. This is my favorite mouse. Still to this day, I've been rocking it since my PC days. I've bought more than one. I even bought one to take to work. I have it at my cubicle. And this is the Cooler Master MM710 mouse. For those of you that have not seen these ultralight mice, it actually looks like there's a bunch of holes drilled in it. So if you have that phobia of holes, I don't recommend you get this, but otherwise, this feels amazing. It's wired, not wireless, but the wire is so soft and so light, it actually feels like a piece of yarn. It's pretty crazy. So you don't even feel that it's a wire there. And then I'm rocking all that on top of this large SteelSeries mouse pad. So big fan of big mouse pads now. Obviously I used to be a PC gamer, so some of these things carry over. This is obviously a gaming mouse, this is a gaming mouse pad. This is technically a gaming monitor, it just happens to be color accurate. And then this Mac Studio and a Magic Keyboard. I love everything on the setup except for the Magic Keyboard, but I'm kind of stuck with it now that I paid that much. Matter of fact, if anybody wants to buy this off me, let me know. Got you for $150 or best offer. Let's go. Hit my line.
EVAL Entertainment blesses your eyes.